Please welcome Lisa Scognamillo and her son, Peter. Welcome, you guys. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us. It's a pleasure.
Now, Peter, you're a fifth grader at Blessed Sacrament in Valley Stream, right?
Yes, that's right.
And now you are a guy who the people have told me that you've done all kinds of amazing things in this school, organized all kinds of stuff. Tell me what some of the things you're doing. What are you up to?
Well, I'm in the Rosary Club at my school. We make rosaries for people in the Army, and I'd like to present one to you.
Wow, thank you very, very much. And this is a rosary that you guys make and stuff in school?
Yes.
This is very nice. Let me hold this up. This is beautiful. Wow, look at this. This is great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Now, whatever made you want to do this kind of thing? This is pretty cool.
Oh, it makes me feel good, and it's how I want to feel.
Really? It's like to do something good for somebody else makes you feel good, huh?
Yes.
That's terrific. Now, I know that you guys this is in your class that you've begun this kind of stuff, or is it beyond just your classroom? Like, is it in the whole school?
Yes, 4th through 8th graders can join the club.
Wow, really? That's awesome. And then how do you get the rosaries to the troops? Like, is there somebody that you send them to get them to the troops?
Well, I don't really know how that happens, but the person who runs the club will do that.
Gets them over there too for you. Well, that's good because you have people in administration who do that for you. You don't have to worry about that, Peter. That's all right. Now, what about some of the other things that you've done? Because I remember your dad told me one time about something that you did, that you helped raise awareness for hunger and stuff. Didn't you do something in the school like that one time?
Well, last year I organized a toy drive, and we sorted gifts for the poor.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. And this toy drive, how many people, do you know how many toys you got or anything like that?
I don't know the exact number, but we got a lot of toys.
A lot of toys, and you were able to give them to the poor and stuff like that?
Yes.
That's an awesome thing. Now, Lisa, I know, like, you have 2 kids, right?
That's correct.
And, I mean, this is such an amazing thing, like, that they are just growing up in this life of faith and service and giving back. And, I mean, is this just something that's part and parcel of your life? I mean...
Absolutely. Our faith is and always has been the center of our family life. Everything that we do is centered around our faith, and I am so proud that our 2 children, particularly Peter, is actually living the faith on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It really is an awesome thing. It's terrific.
It's wonderful. And just recently, last Thanksgiving, would you like to talk about the Salvation Army?
Yes, I went to the Salvation Army on Thanksgiving, and I served food, and it made me feel very good about myself.
That's what I remember your dad telling me about, because I remember on Thanksgiving, you went like on Thanksgiving morning or something, didn't you go then?
Yes.
That's correct.
Like when everybody else is hanging around watching TV and laying in the living room watching the parade and stuff, you guys were in the city at the Salvation Army, right? Helping people and serving people? Now, is that something like that's beautiful. Is it something that you like to do, or is it something you had to do?
No, I like to do
You like to do that kind of stuff to help the poor, huh?
Yes.
That's an awesome thing. Where do you think all this comes from, Peter? Like, why do you want to do all that stuff? I mean, do you think God is kind of asking you to do this kind of special stuff?
Yeah, I think God is asking me, and it's what he wants me to do.
Isn't that an awesome thing? That's pretty cool. I mean, and like you're in the Catholic school, right? In Valley Stream. I mean, you got the outfit on, so it's kind of a giveaway. But I mean, do you enjoy going to the Catholic school too? Do you enjoy Blessed Sacrament?
Yes, it's very nice because not all schools teach religion, the Catholic faith, and our school does, and I like that.
Yeah, and you can really enjoy that, right? And then is your brother in the school too?
Yes, he's in the same school.
So, and he's your older brother, right? So he watches out for you a little bit and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's great to have your brother in the school with you too. That's a real gift too, you know? Now, I know you brought some other stuff. You got some other things that you brought with you too from the school?
Yeah.
This is awesome. I can't believe all these great things that you guys are up to.
Well,
what is that?
This is my Christian reward. I was given this because it showed that I lived my faith the right way.
Oh, and they actually give a certificate to somebody who has outstanding Christian character. That's amazing. So, and you won that award?
Yes.
That's very, very cool. That's amazing. And what else do you have here? You got some other stuff?
This is my certificate for being an altar server.
Oh, really? I was thinking about that. I was going to ask you about that. You're an altar server too?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, and there's Father Jerry's signature right on there too, huh?
Yes, Father Jerry.
Yeah. That's great. That's beautiful. And with the altar service, what masses do you usually serve?
5 o'clock on Saturday.
5 o'clock Saturday night. That's one of the choice masses, my friend. You must be a good altar server because that's a hard mass to get. So that's good. In our place, they always fight for the 5 o'clock mass, so that's good. Nobody likes that. What's the first mass on Sunday? Do you have 7:30?
I think it's 10 o'clock.
Oh,
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock in
8
the morning. Yeah,
o'clock on
people don't
Sunday.
like the early. We have 6:30 in the morning, believe it or not. So you're lucky that you get the 5 o'clock. That's terrific. What do you think about the future, Peter? Like, if you were going to have like a magic wand, like, how would you like to help people in the future?
Well, I would like to maybe at my school, since I'm on the student council, maybe just make sandwiches for the poor people
Great idea.
to help them.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And like, do you have anything else up your sleeve? Like, you're the kind of guy, I could tell you're always thinking of ideas and stuff like that, you know? Like, do you have any other ideas that you'd like to do, like, in the rest of your time at Blessed Sacrament? I mean, you have, 3 years more, 3.5 more years. Like, what were the kind of things you'd like to do?
Well, if there's any people who need to learn sign language, I'm teaching myself sign language.
Really? Are you learning sign language?
Yes.
Can you show me something that you learned in sign language?
Well, I know the alphabet, the word Jesus, and the word followers.
Give me Jesus. Let me see Jesus.
This is Jesus.
Really? Isn't that beautiful, huh?
Yes.
And that's something you really wanted to learn? You really wanted to learn sign language? That maybe someday you'll be able to help people?
Yes.
That's really a great gift. I tell you, it's a very interesting thing. And Lisa, I'm sure, you understand this. Like, there's a sacrifice to send the kids to Catholic school. And we all know that sacrifice. My parents made that sacrifice, too. And, I mean, this is where you kind of see all of that sacrifice paying off, I guess, huh?
That's correct. It is a sacrifice, but the rewards that you receive and your family receives are much greater than
Yeah.
any sacrifice. It makes it worth it, absolutely, without question.
And do you find the parents kind of bond together and work together over there?
Absolutely. It
Yeah.
is an extended family, and that's one of the reasons why we chose Blessed Sacrament in particular, because I did get that feeling of being in an extended family, supportive, a community. The whole faith experience is definitely there.
That's terrific. And do you do a lot of fundraising in the school, too? Or-
Yes, we do. We do a lot of fundraising. I do a lot of volunteer. I do help Peter with the Rosary Club. I meet with them.
Oh, wow.
We do that together.
Oh, that's cool.
And I also volunteer and run a mock trial program for the 7th and 8th graders.
Wow.
And we participate in a program in May where we join with other schools, and we're paired with another school that we're up against.
Wow.
And this will be my 5th year that I'm doing that.
That's terrific, huh? What a great thing that is.
And I'm also considering Eucharistic minister. That will be my next my next endeavor. I used to be a lector many years ago, so I'd like to get back into that as well.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And that's also a ministry that's very, very rewarding and beautiful, too.
Very.
I mean, that was one of the
rewarding.
first things, as a lector, after I was an altar server, when I got a little bit older and I got into high school, I became a lector. And I really enjoyed that very, very much. Then when I got a little bit older, I became a Eucharistic minister.
Right.
And then, the rest is history. It could happen to you. That's what's beautiful about this. I mean, I just think we owe a great debt of service to the Catholic schools,
Absolutely.
don't you think, for what they've
Oh,
they've
absolutely.
done,
The
right?
values and even the friendships that I've made, I still have today.
Yeah.
And I can see the same pattern repeating in my children.
Yeah.
They'll have their lifelong friends that they've made in Catholic education.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a great thing. Hey, Peter, what about high school? I know it's a little early in the game, but do you think you go to a Catholic high school or what?
Yes.
That's what you're hoping to
I think
do?
I definitely will.
Yeah. You got a lot of good things going for you, man, and I think this is such a great thing, I know you're a good student. I already heard that. I already got the lowdown about your grades and everything and heard what a great student you are. And then, now here you are, providing the rosary for people and what a great gift this is, and then reaching out to feed the hungry and get toys for people who can't afford that. I mean, it's really like living out the gospel, and you're doing so much at like an age where a lot of people say, well, you should be home playing the Xbox or playing Wii or something like that. But here you are kind of making a big difference. Like, do you recognize that sometimes, that you're making a big difference in this world?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah, sometimes you do. And do other people sometimes in your class look to you for advice sometimes? I bet you they do.
Yes, they do. Maybe because it's because I live the gospel, and maybe it's because I'm secretary.
Okay, yeah, because you're on the student council too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. You could have a future in politics for sure, right? You never know. Well, if you were going to have a magic wand maybe and look way down the line, like what do you think you'd like to be when you grow up? It always changes. Because when I was in 5th grade, you know what I wanted to be? I wanted to be a dentist. And that never happened. So, and it's, it changed a couple of times. But what would you think now that you'd like to think about?
Well, I'd like to be when I grow up. I would still like to do what I do now. And I want to be an author, and I want to work at my dad's restaurant, Patsy's.
Oh, there's a restaurant.